I will stop uploading, guys. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at what happened to some dead score match channels and why they have stopped uploading. I've done some research and yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag. There are a few reasons, so make sure to like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Make sure to please stick to the end because I have something very important to announce. Now let's start off with the smallest channels first. A bigger channel than mine, actually, as it happened, Casual G. He had around 1.8 thousand subscribers. Casual G had a fascinating channel, people. He had so many interesting videos with different setups, different player types, different formations. He really didn't shy away from playing any other formation in the game. Even more than me, he used to play 4-2-3-1. He used to play so many wacky formations, even in events, which is something I do, but not to his extent. He used to upload videos about different partnerships and attack. He liked playing around with his defense and his midfield. He had a very different way of interpreting the game, which was a really fascinating thing to see. Unfortunately, I kind of discovered his channel when he had already stopped uploading. Unfortunately, he stopped 3 years ago. He apparently had some kind of tournament going on, which is a pretty respectable thing. It's a very difficult thing to manage tournaments. And yeah, he did come back a year later to upload another partnership, like video and attack, but after that, unfortunately, he stopped uploading. So I know that his name was Junaid, I think his name was. He was from Tunisia, if I'm not mistaken, but other than that I really have no information about this guy. He was a really respectable YouTuber who I could not find any information as to why he stopped. Now comes a channel that I have a very tough time talking about because I was so much of a fan of him. D-Soccer, guys. I mean, for those of you who know Darian, who was the guy behind the D-Soccer channel, this guy was one of the best score match YouTubers like ever. I think his content is really not only impressive, but it was one of a kind in more ways than one. He uploaded videos in English and in Spanish. He uploaded a bunch of tutorials with his face cam, some pretty cool edits as well. He had a Facebook group. He did live streams. He really was in touch with the score match community, and he helped develop it in more ways than one, especially the one in Latin America. I watched each of his live streams twice. I really was that big of a fan, and that is because he was such a big inspiration to me. It's not only because he played some very interesting football with some very rare formations as well. He played the 5-2-1-2 really well. It was his best formation. He also played the 5-3-2. And he was really successful with both those formations. You don't see the 5-2-1-2 anymore, but he used to, he had a very impressive win rate with it. He was a very big inspiration to me, as I said, and I am the player that I am thanks to him. One of the things that Darian really taught me was not only be extremely patient with the game and with other people in general, he also taught me how to be really kind and, you know, show a positive energy to other people, share positivity all the time. Over the course of his time on YouTube, Darian really managed to teach me a lot. I've actually spoken to Darian a while back as well. Turns out that obviously he's a great guy, and he also managed to give me some great tips for my channel and in general score match. So, superb guy. I really do miss his videos the most from the list that I'll be tackling in this video. I think his channel was a really big gem, and it's unfortunate that his channel is inactive now. And why is that? Why is his channel inactive now? So, without spilling too much personal information about him, Darian was a very busy guy, and he still is, of course. I think he was uploading videos before he entered university and then throughout a bit of his university years. So, I mean, you can see how those things clash then, because he didn't have enough time to juggle everything. And he was also really busy with his university life. He was involved in some extracurricular activities, as I can understand. So the time to record gameplay, edit gameplay, I mean, that takes a lot of time, guys. It's more than I actually imagined when I first started doing this. When I spoke to him a while back, he did mention that he was going to start uploading again, but not score match videos. He was going to be uploading some Dream League soccer gameplay, the new game, or was a new game from FTG, but obviously that didn't happen and his channel remains inactive to this very day, unfortunately. CRG, Creative Romanian Gamers. I think these guys were one of the most loved score match YouTubers out there, honestly. They had a very good synergy, Cosmin and Madalin, and they were really great together. They were very funny, very entertaining, and very informative as well. Their videos were extremely well done, top edits. Like, their gameplay wasn't all that good. It has to be said that they weren't too good at the game, but that didn't hold them back from just showing us a ton of gameplay and interesting stuff that we know nowadays thanks to them. Due to their success, they were actually sponsored or affiliated for a while, I'm not sure which, with First Touch Games, FTG. FTG, if you guys remember, they had given them a ton of new players, and they used to give brand new players fully maxed to both Cosmin and Madalin, so they used to feature them in their teams so that we could have a glimpse at these new players before they even were released sometimes as well. I had a feeling that although they did like score match, they didn't really enjoy it all too much. I think it was very frustrating to them, especially for Cosmin, who I've seen rage quite a lot, but that doesn't mean that they didn't really love not only the game but also the community. I think they had a very big say in how the community developed. They were responsible for the making score match bigger. They had a ton of views, a ton of really top tier content, and I think that they were one of the, if not the best score match channel out there. So the cause as to why their channel stopped being active. So what I've heard and what I could research, they were both engineering students. They were in the same university class together, as it seems, and it's just a good old matter of university being very demanding, especially the engineering degree, which is one of the hardest ones there is. And I can really understand how they couldn't find the time to juggle both their degree and playing and recording content, especially content which was edited so much and had some of the best ever edits and most flawless animations and stuff out there. The last channel that we'll talk about isn't a dead channel per se, it's just that he stopped uploading score match videos as often as he used to do back in the day. I'm talking about the one and only Score Match TV, one of the biggest channels, if not the biggest actually, score match channels out there. So Score Match TV is one of the most important score match channels. That's because Sokol, who is the owner of the channel, he has a ton of very large Facebook groups. He is responsible for developing the score match community to what it is right now. He was extremely influential in building a solid community and gathering everyone together in Facebook groups where people could share their captains, talk about the game and things like that. He was also very responsible for organizing a ton of tournaments, very high intensity and highly competitive tournaments against some of the best players in the world. Now, when it comes to his YouTube channel, I can't say that I'm a fan, and there are two reasons for that mainly. Number one is that he has a lot of videos about score match hacks or cheats or whatever, and bugs and stuff like that. Whenever anything score match related was discovered, he would be the first to upload it, and that could have been a good thing, but it was also bad when people figured out, you know, different bugs and things like that. I'm not sure who remembers the throw-in bug where, you know, you could basically win a game by not taking your throw-in. And the other reason is that he also played a lot of volleyball. His first video was about volleyball, and he still continued to play volleyball even though he had a ton of experience with the game. He, like, in all fairness, he did play a ton of different formations, a ton of different setups as well, but he liked to rely on volleyball a bit too much for my liking, but again, to each his own. In any case, what happened to Scorematch TV? There are two reasons again for what I think happened to Sokol. Is that one, he grew tired of the game. He's been playing for ages, guys. Sokol was one of the first players to start uploading Scorematch videos. He's been around for a long time. He had many accounts with a ton of gold medals. I can't even tell you how many gold medals this guy won. But the problem is that when you play for so long, and if you also rely on volleyball in most cases to play the game, you're gonna get bored. And that's one of the biggest reasons I advocate against playing volleyball. It's just that it's boring and you'll eventually grow tired of not only volleyball but the game in general if you keep doing that. And the second reason is that he basically has a family. He posted on his YouTube community page that he had a kid a while back, which obviously I'm very glad for him and for his family, of course. I can only imagine how difficult it is to, you know, raise a kid, have a family, and, you know, record videos, edit them and things like that. His channel is still active though, as I did mention. He still uploads about other different games that and most of his viewers unfortunately aren't very interested in, but I mean, that's up to him. I will stop uploading, guys. Eventually it's something that's gonna happen. Like, given the way life is, unfortunately, and given the way YouTube is, there is just no way that I and many other creators, unfortunately, who have smaller channels like I do, there's no way they can keep uploading videos for too long without any kind of incentive, because YouTube doesn't offer basically any incentive, financial or otherwise, to you know, small content creators and things like that. Now, and this I'm really going to be open, guys, I have a very hard time finding the time to upload videos. I mean, event videos aren't, like, they are sometimes a big hassle, but they're not too much of a hassle compared to other types of videos when it comes to, like, trying out different formations, exploring new players and things like that. Videos that require a lot of edits and many attempts at recording as well. But above all that, the biggest problem I have is time. It's the same reason why all these YouTube channels that I mentioned have effectively died, is that life is short, guys, and it passes really quickly. You don't have enough time in the day to do everything that you want to do. I mean, I share that same problem, guys. I have many commitments, and sometimes I don't have any time throughout the week to upload even one single video. And why is that? I have many hobbies, I have many commitments. Most days I'm not even home to record videos, guys. It's because I have to travel and go see my family, go see my friends, go see my girlfriend sometimes even. There is just not enough time in the world, guys, especially seeing as YouTube doesn't give me practically anything for what I do. And again, I'm not saying that I only do this for money, because there isn't any money to be had at all. I'm not doing it for any kind of particular purpose, except that I really love the game and I love the community that we have created on this channel. So what am I getting at, people? What I'm getting at is that YouTube basically allows you to become a member of channels. I'm not sure if you know about this, but you can click the join button on my channel to basically become a member. And what does being a member do? It has quite a few perks, so do check them out. There are 3 tiers. Each tier costs a different amount of money. Obviously, all that money will be your very kind support to this channel, and it will help keep me, you know, motivated to upload more videos and even, you know, try to take this whole thing more seriously. because as it is I really have no time, and I can't even justify the time that I do spend uploading on this channel, because honestly I care more about this channel more than I really should. I just want to make it clear that becoming a member of this channel would be your utmost support to what I do and to this community, so I'd honestly extremely appreciate that, of course. But if you don't feel comfortable or just don't want to become a member, that's fine as well. I really appreciate everyone who likes, comments, and even watches my channel, man. This whole membership scheme is quite a good way to support small YouTubers, if I can call myself that. I really don't see myself as a YouTuber, but in general it is a way to support this channel like more than you do, and if you're comfortable with that, I'd honestly be over the moon with appreciation. Like, some perks are getting my captain, having exclusive posts, exclusive videos as well, and a bunch of other different things. So make sure to check that out. So thank you to everyone who watches my channel and supports my content, and make sure to, as I said, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.